right, ladies and gentlemen, this
Lego octopus.
Lego wanted us to watch something called How It's
This
Made.
episode is brought to you
How
by
it's actually made.
Yeah, how it's actually made. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really know what we're watching,
I think it's gonna be a monstrosity.
but we're watching How It's Actually Made. Swiss cheese, hammers, roller skates, and colored pencils.
Up.
It's a 21-minute
The
video.
Swiss call this cheese fromage del page,
Strap
which means
yourself the fuck
cheese
in.
from the high mountain pastures.
Can you turn it down a bit?
Master cheesemakers retreat to their chalets high in the Swiss Alps to make this special cheese.
This sounds like
These
bullshit.
individuals follow a tradition of cheese making that goes back to the Middle Ages.
No, I don't think it's bullshit.
Chalets doesn't sound like a real word.
All right, that's what they say about all French words too. So
Swiss
you know.
cheese is produced by cheesemakers who hike their most attractive cows high into the
Oh,
Alps
it
for
is
5 months.
abridged. Wait, what? This is how it's made abridged?
In the morning, they milk their cows' drippy udders for about 7 minutes using a milking machine. Patting the cow's hindquarters increases its arousal during the process, which results in milk with a higher fat content. Meanwhile, in the room with 2 giant saucepans, previously harvested milk has its fat skimmed from the top, which is put in a slop bucket. Meanwhile, in Uncle Gary's rustic cabin
This
that he
reminds
bought
me
to
of the
finally get away
Plumbus.
from his stupid
Yeah.
fat
From,
wife,
yeah.
Uncle Gary adds live bacteria to the milk to help preserve it,
Rick and Morty.
roasts it in a cauldron over an open flame. While roasting, the milk's dust is removed with a dustpan, and an enzyme called renin is added while Uncle Gary enjoys swirling his arm in his new milky white bliss. After about 40 minutes, these active ingredients create a disgustingly goopy pile of slop known as cheese curd. He then
Alright.
uses a wire broom to sweep up the cheese curd, which is something he probably should have done before using the dustpan. Oh, now he's got 2 dustpans. Well, fuck off, Uncle Gary, you good-for-nothing showboater. A mysterious stranger enters from just off frame as Gary continues to absent-mindedly
Uncle Gary,
continue
no,
to mix the
stop
mixture, separating the
Uncle
curds
Gary
and leaving
sus,
behind
yeah.
the liquid called whey.
Oh, whey
Uncle
protein.
Gary,
I know
you are
that.
so bad at sweeping, it's unreal. An electric mixer then does the whole job far better than any human ever could. The cheesemaker then washes his arms and hands because any impurities in the cheese would ruin it. This step seems meaningless because he was molesting the cheese with his bare arms earlier, but it's not my job to commentate, only to narrate. One of the best perks of working at the cheese factory is you get to do this, which is often described by cheesemakers as having a Swiss orgasm. Using cheesecloth, Uncle Gary and the mysterious stranger experience
Holy
a
shit,
wholesome
that's so much
homosexual
cheese.
meet
Yeah.
cute by filtering out the curds. Unfortunately, both of them are straight, but that's not going to stop any of the ravenous Swiss cheese cinematic universe fanfiction writers all over the internet.
I bet there is
The
something there.
cheesemaker stuffs the sack of cloth into a mold and presses it while screaming, become cheese, damn you!" to remove the leftover whey.
Oh, that's like a cheese
3 molds can be
wheels.
placed into a wooden cheese press at the same time.
I'm actually learning.
Fun cheese fact.
Which is the crazy part.
This process was the inspiration for the Queen and David Bowie song, Crazy Train.
No, the fuck it was not.
After a long day of being pressed, the cheese is then tucked into bed so it can get enough rest to do it all again tomorrow. Nighty-night cheese. If too much liquid is left in the cheese, the Prime Minister of Switzerland has vowed that he will declare martial law for the entire country for the next year until the problem is corrected.
Dude, everything's so analog too. Like,
Yeah.
The next morning, the excess cheese created by the mold is cut off and thrown in the garbage. According to Swiss cheese propaganda, this and every other part
Big
of the
Swiss.
process is done by hand, even though we literally saw them using an electric mixer just 1 minute ago. I'm not making this part up. After a saltwater bath, it's time for the cheese to be put on a cheese shelf, which acts as their form of government, similar to a caste system. cheese on higher shelves have more rights, power, and authority than the
my
cheeses on the lower
God.
shelves, just like God intended.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, in
I wonder
the
if that's an
hall
actual
of
aging
royal
show.
cheeses, the Swiss president elects the prime candidate for one final top-secret mission to assassinate Director Mozzarella, ending their competition in the cheese market and ensuring Switzerland's complete dairy dominance.
Yeah, it's probably for the best. Look at that cheese slicer.
The modern hammer evolved from those first crude implements. But with its forged steel design and user-friendly handle, the hammer of today is strikingly different. Before we begin, here is exclusive footage of a hammer hammering some nails.
Holy shit, I can't believe they got this footage for us.
Now here's a hammer pulling them out. A rare sight many of you viewers
Whoa.
have probably never seen before.
Whoa. What? This is good
It
shit. You don't
starts
get this
with a
every
thick
day.
steel bar. An automated system loads it into an induction furnace, set at more than 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. The fierce heat makes the steel malleable. This forge hammer, replicating what I do to your mother, pounds the hot steel into a series of hammer-shaped impressions. At this stage, we now have a glowing hammer, which is far too powerful for
We
mortal
skipped so
man
much
to
cheese
wield,
making, according
as
to
well
Wally.
as a dark
Did we?
anti.
I thought it was all sponsors.
No,
No, it's all sponsored. We didn't skip any cheese making.
Furnace, set at more than 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. Now have a glowing hammer, which is far too powerful for mortal man to wield, as well as a dark anti-hammer.
Oh, don't let them touch.
The shape
They'll
goes
destroy the
into a
universe.
shape press that
It's like
presses the shape
crossing
into
streams.
a pressed shape.
Can never
presses
cross
the
stream.
shape into a
The
press
hammers are
shape.
cooled by being placed into an art piece called The Evolution of Hammers.
That's actually pretty
You know what?
good.
Never mind. Hammer making is stupid. So the factory has decided to throw out all of their hammers into an industrial grinder, destroying them once and for all. Just kidding. It's actually a tumbler filled with metal shavings to clean and polish the
Ooh,
hammers.
Those look good, actually. Wow.
They then clamp the hammer in an automatic circumciser, polishing the hammer's head and making it easier to clean. One added benefit of this that isn't talked about often is that it also improves the speed of the hammer, allowing for more rapid thrusts.
Aerodynamics, baby. Gotta make sure you have them.
Now, the milk from the previous segment about cheese is used to lubricate the hammer while ridges are carved into the hammer's head. The grid surface deals an additional 5 points of bleed damage every second when striking an enemy. Next, the hammers are terminatored and then quickly rescued before any of them create a time paradox. Then it's off to a nice, safe, cooling dip in the— oh my god! Oh Jesus! What the fuck just happened? Now it's time for another polish. Sometimes, the polishing is so efficient, the hammers transform into leather rings. The leather rings are assembled in a tray, along with some plastic ones that are thrown in for style, to create a suitable workplace dildo. The end of the hammer is inserted into the rings and oh, excuse me, that's actually a suitable workplace male masturbator. My mistake. The end of the hammer is secured in a clamp, and something else deviously sexual happens to it. I mean, seriously, look at what's happening. You can feel the air getting warmer in that factory by the second. Using a series of Adam Sandler belts, they smooth the ends of the leather for a smooth finish. This is a tank of heavy lacquer, and this is the World Hammer Dunking Champion of 1997. Watch what happens when the
It's a good job for him to get into.
This looks like a fancy hammer.
Amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, when the lacquer dries, it'll give the hammer a tough, sleek finish. For a different kind of handle, they pour liquid blue inside this robotic male masturbator, which will
Okay.
eventually trap a nearby horny robot, who will then be exploited to make a superior hammer handle in exchange for his freedom of his robot genitals.
That's
The
fair
next
trade.
morning, the excess cheese created by the mold is grinded off and thrown in the garbage. They stamp the model
Dude,
number
way more
onto
goes
the
into
hammer.
fucking hammer
This
making
is
than
the
I
20th
thought.
hammer
Yeah.
ever built.
The 20th hammer.
Then it's on to the hammer ballet.
So is that one, and that
where
one.
An interpretive
Yeah, and that
dance
one.
version of the evolution of hammers is being performed. It's exceedingly boring. After they stamp the company logo onto the handle, the hammers are given an "I'm a Hammer" sticker, so customers can be sure of what they're buying.
My back is starting to itch.
After
Oh,
all,
no,
there's some
it's hitting
very
that time.
confusing
Yeah.
screwdrivers out there.
Hell yeah. Nice
When
hammers.
roller skates were invented by the Dutch in the 18th century,
Oh,
they
fuck
put
yeah.
a whole new spin on skating.
Get it?
Before that,
Spin.
people could only skate on ice surfaces, so the sport had definite seasonal limitations. The wheels of the first roller skates were wooden spools, but today's manufacturers have come up with some better tricks to make them.
Hi, Meow.
The Meow keep coming back.
The first idea for roller skates came from the 1880s, when children would steal assembly line rollers from factories they worked in and glued them to the bottom of their shoes.
Child labor, baby.
It starts
The
with
good
the
old
shoes.
days.
A die press punches out leather patterns called quarters, 8 of them per shoe. They place the quarter under a die stamp, and the manufacturer's name is placed on the product well before they do any actual work. Utilizing roller skate arithmetic, the dimensions of the perfect roller skate are calculated. This skate has racing stripes stitched onto them, which will make it about 20% faster.
That is
That is
true.
how that works.
Yep.
Why
The
are they
outer lining of the
quarters if
skate
there's
is
8
sewn
per
by
shoe?
hand,
Not even
because
fuck.
despite our technological
children yearn
advances,
for the
we have
mines.
yet to invent something called a sewing machine. She then sews the line again, except this time
just
this
left.
little thing buzzes around. We don't know exactly what it does, but it's very annoying. Everyone knows unwanted vibrations are the absolute worst. This machine imagines the liner is its stepchild and punches holes in it.
Oh.
These holes are for the shoelaces,
Oh, wow.
but can also hold your spaghetti noodles if you leave your spaghetti pouch at home. This machine places the shoe through a process called strogification. Fortunately, most roller skates are immune to their neuropsych implants. Otherwise, intergalactic war would have started 18 years ago. Another machine nails the rest of the shoe around the insole while a worker uses a mysterious, unknown tool to pound them in further.
Not the hammer that
A
we just
multi-steroid
made.
injection
That
is put
actually
into the
didn't look like a
shoe,
regular hammer.
making
It
sure
didn't.
it's strong enough to support the 400-pound weight brought on by the average American.
Hey. Americans are fat joke.
A UV light kills any
Nice.
surviving parasites. The outsole and insole are reunited after all this time, and a hydraulic press makes sure they can never get a divorce. This is just a safety precaution, as insole and outsole divorce has been outlawed in every state since the 1970s. The bottom of a roller skate usually has a decorative swirl of delicious icing. Go ahead and lick your roller skates at home to taste it for yourself. Let's make a
Don't lick
sandwich
your roller
at the
skates,
roller
guys.
skate
Lick your roller
factory.
skates, kids.
First comes some nails, then a delicious piece of roller bread, and finally a roller skate shoe, complete with decorative bottom icing. Be sure to cut the crust off with a circular cutter, since most skaters are children or eccentric men in their early 60s. They screw a skate latizer into the shoe,
Skate
drilling holes
latizer.
in it to add screw latizers into the frame. You know what? This one's pretty boring. Let's just move on. Colored pencils come in basic color packages for school children, upgraded sets for architects,
Fuck, we'll
and
never
other
know how this roller
professionals,
skate finishes.
and elaborate
Yeah.
collections of shades for the serious artist. It isn't so much the color variety that determines the quality, but the pigment concentration in the lead. This company produces colored pencils exclusively used for drawing Hugbees, the greatest content creator in the entire world.
W shout out
The
there.
lead composition of these pencils is special. When you paint over them with water, they smudge around a little bit and look like absolute shit.
That is pretty special.
White, yellow, orange, red, stink, Movember, bloop, pertangle, racist green, mystery color, and even red again are available as colors for pencils. Each color also comes in a version suitable for use as dog food, to give your pet delightfully colored poop to decorate your lawn. The entire process starts by boiling water, because 99% of all the planet's industry is made to boil water.
Yep. No, this is true. Boiling
More
water
is added to ensure the water stays
powers
wet
so
enough.
much shit. Ensure the water stays wet enough.
Powdered Swiss cheese is also sprinkled on top for flavor.
In
The
case you
colored
need to eat
pencil
your
dough is
colored
mixed
pencils.
until it turns green. No matter what color is being made, the mixture always turns green for some unexplainable reason.
My arch nemesis
Meanwhile,
racist
at the
green.
packing peanut factory, production is going along smoothly. These processed chunks might be used to intensify color, or they could be used by Army medical officers to plug up bullet holes on the battlefield. We'll let you, the viewing audience, decide which one is true. The green stuff is squeezed into a rope which employees will use to swing over to the next factory where the pencils are made.
I am so itchy.
Yeah.
Oh, my head too.
Oh
Using
no,
a
your
very long
tattoo's
and thin
big
hammer
itch.
with numbers written on it, workers measure the strands of green that have just been cut for uniformity. Then it's off to the wax bath for hardening. A single group of wax-coated pencils is not a threat, and can be... Oh god, no. I am not trained for this. I am not trained for... Run! Everyone run! It's happening! Run! Run for your lives! Now it's time to play everyone's favorite instrument, the pencil accord.
This actually looks so
Pencils found guilty of wanting to be pens
look
are
edibles, but-
immediately
Yeah.
executed. These pencils are the oracles and are drawing how the universe will end.
Well, it's good to know.
This company makes its pencil bodies from wood as opposed to obsidian, because that would be fucking stupid. The grooves of the wood are filled with glue by this industrial-style roller skate. Then, the Omega 1000 Giga Crusher fills the wood with the leads. Another piece of wood covers the lead, even though it doesn't really want to. Stress from the upcoming entrance exams press a hexagonal shape into the wood before they're sliced apart by the Slice Hexagonal Wood Shapes Apart machine. One at a time, the pencils shoot through a vat of green? Again? How does this keep happening? Once everything dries, the company burns their logo onto the wood because they can't help but get their capitalistic hands on everything produced by Mother Nature.
Fuck yeah.
This brand politely sharpens their pencils before sale. This incredibly advanced pencil sharpener only cost the company a reasonable $37 million. I'm not even going to begin to describe what's happening to the pencils here.
Why was that oddly, like,
And
sensual?
finally, a worker with fabulous nails slides the pencils into their tray, making them ready for store shelves.
I mean, they look good though.
Did you check your phone just now?
No.
See, I told you unwanted vibrations are the absolute worst. Oh, and go watch my gaming
Okay,
channel.
that
It's-
was actually very funny. I was very worried at first when I saw that.
Yeah, I hope you guys learned something because I learned a lot from that. Unironically.
What up, Iggy? Welcome.
I learned a lot from that shit, yo.
Oh my god.
Holy.